world, welcome to North Carolina. So we just had breakfast at our, I don't know about you, but it's like my new favorite spot.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
The French toast today was really good.
The French toast was banging.
Sourdough bread.
Mm-hmm. With the legit maple syrup.
Did you tell them where it is?
I just showed him the
it's the toastery.
I think it's the famous toastery.
The
famous toastery. So,
Yep.
Today is qualifying at the dirt track at Charlotte. This week it's wrap up of the Super Dirt Car Series. So, would you care to share how this evening is going to go? Now, I don't know.
Sure, I'd love to.
I'm sorry.
Now,
just kidding. I'm gonna keep talking. I don't know if they did this format last year because we didn't come, but this is definitely new and interesting.
New for us.
Yeah.
We didn't do this the last time we came. We're gonna do all of our time trials for our Thursday feature and our Friday feature today. And then, so on Thursday and Friday, all we have to do is run a heat and a feature. On Saturday, they're going to take our Thursday and Friday feature finishes and average them, and that's going to line us up for the Saturday feature.
And then today, what are you doing before we head to the track?
Okay, so we had rocker issues at Middletown and Oswego. So we're changing all of the rockers on on that engine. So that's technically our backup car. So we're not planning on running it today anyway, but we want to have it ready. So now that our primary car is fully ready and it's at the track, we can get that done. So we're going to change all those rockers, and if Mandee's there to film some of it, you'll kind of see like how we have to change the shafts in the rockers because they don't fit our stands. We've got kind of a weird setup, so we're going to switch all that stuff over and
then we're going to head to the racetrack.
I'm changing the exhaust rockers on this engine. We've been breaking them and they're fatigued, so we got all new ones to put on. These, a lot of times you can just wiggle them to know that they're loose to take them off. Other way to know is when the intake open and starts to close, then your exhaust rocker is ready to check your lash or take it off. I'm also changing the push rods because last time we broke our exhaust rocker, it broke the intake push rod, so we're going to change the intake and the exhaust push rods all together just so we don't have one of those break as well. The important thing with the push rod is making sure that the one that's got more of a ball end goes towards the rocker, but this has the same on both ends, so it really doesn't matter. In that case, I just put it in the way you read it. So you read the label and drop it in. I like to put some assembly lube on the ball so there's no friction. Usually see a wear spot there. And when you drop it into the lifter, you got to make sure that it sits down in to the pocket. A lot of times I've seen people have them kind of stuck off to the side, and that's no good, because then it'll eventually maybe fall in there and then you have loose lash. So I'll put a little assembly lube on the adjuster, because that's going to meet up with the push rod. And same thing when you set the rocker on, you want to to make sure that the push rod sits in the pocket really nice. And then before you tighten the bolts down, you want to make sure you back the adjuster off so that there isn't tension. Right now there would be tension because it's not backed off far enough. So these Jessel bolts usually end up being 28 foot-pounds or so. I torque them every time I check the lash just to make sure that they don't back off. As I tighten this, I'll spin the push rod in the socket to make sure that it's free. And then you can set your lash. In this case, it's 12 thousandths. Usually have to set, like, if it's set there, I'll back it off a little bit, because as you lock it down, it kind of tightens up. And then you have to probably do it a couple times before you get it perfect. This tool has a torque wrench on it so that these adjusters don't get over tightened. One of the things about that they talked to me about when our rockers broke, they broke by the adjuster. So if they were over torqued at some point, then that could have caused that. So it's good to have this tool. It's expensive, but you buy it once, use it forever. Next, if you can look at the side profile as you move the rocker through travel, you want to make sure that the roller stays on the center of the valve. It's going to walk through travel. It's going to walk in and out a little bit, obviously, because it's on like a teeter-totter type of thing. But as long as it stays relatively centered, when it's all the way down and up, then you're good. You can take a marker and mark the valve tip, and it'll show you where that is riding, and double check it that way too. But I like to double check the lash after you spin it over. Maybe the push rod, wasn't perfectly in the right spot or something like that. You just can double check that it stayed the same. That one did. And so we're on to the next one.
I think she's alive. I mean, it's totally something that you hear when you live in North Carolina, right? Race cars. Race cars? Race cars. How'd she run, Miguel?
Good.
Good?
Good. Sounded good. Seemed good. Hopefully it lasts.
She looks good.
I have a video to send you.
Do you? You actually took a video? I'm so proud of you. Just like that. We have arrived. I'm gonna make a long way up here.
It almost seemed like it was bent out too far. So it was like it would either get caught underneath of it or it would just kind of...
It's trying to lose me already.
All right, Super Cars Race drivers, we have 45 cars signed in. Remember, tonight is for qualifying for heat races for Thursday and Friday. We will follow the late models tonight, so late models will start tonight's program at 5 o'clock with a hot lap session, followed by our hot lap session. They come back with qualifying, we come back with qualifying, then sprint cars will do their heat the motors, hot laps, and also their qualifying for Thursday's program. Then we repeat, we come back with late model qualifying for Friday, Super Car Series qualifying for Friday, and then the sprint cars will end tonight's event.
I'm feeling really ballsy right now doing this. I have never run a GoPro without a case, like a shell, anything. But because it's got the tabs built in, I'm like, you know what? They had the tabs for a reason. The plastic case, it's literally the tabs that keep breaking. That's why I'm losing the case, losing the GoPro. So I'm like, you know what? We're gonna try it. I just don't know how I feel about it because mud, rocks, anything can happen, but it's the end of the season. May as well test it out now. How's it look up there?
Tacky.
Tacky?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Next driver, he picked up the Canada Oil Club, the Untold Drummond earlier this year out of Elizabethtown, New York, in the George Honeycomb at Adirondack Auto, car number 35. That is Mike Mahaney. Mike Mahaney will make his way off turn number 2.
Swear to God, he didn't finish flat. They gave him the white flag, and he pulls off on the backstretch. Didn't you get freaked out?
Yeah.
I guarantee you, he didn't realize that they gave him the white instead of the checker.
Well, to give fair advantage, you can't see the front straightaway. It's completely dark from the sheet.
So we go running thinking
But we were already pressed for time.
something happened, but he doesn't wear his scale, so I mean that's my assumption, I guess. Let's just hope that's it. Yeah, he's all fired up. Oh, they made him I forget what they call it, lead car. Mike really couldn't go because the 28 didn't go. So then his first lap is pretty much crap. And then they throw in the flag and he can't see that high up. And they give him the white flag and he didn't realize that was checkered flag, and it's just. So we timed, it was just hot laps, but now we just have no freaking clue.
I have. use it, but it's like it's twisting too much, and I don't know if those gears maybe coming apart or something. Maybe that's what is the vibration. Only thing we changed was 2 tires and the gears. Fast. Try it again. Okay, hold on. Brand new drive shaft. Just do a half turn. No. Sorry, just a tiny little bit.
Okay.
Keep going. Alright.
Change fucking drive. Just let us know what you want to do. It's not going to make it any faster, but something could go wrong.
Well, it makes me fat. That whole session, all I did was think about is the right rear wheel falling off? Am I about to flip over? It feels like a vibration. Like, oh fuck, they didn't tighten the wheels. I'm gonna flip.
Well, you don't have to worry about your car going out in that condition.
I know. That's what it feels like when you have that kind of vibration. It feels like it couldn't even. Not necessarily like they didn't tighten. Maybe the fucking wheel is braking.
The car's not going to go out in that shape. You tell me what you want. Change it, yeah, get started.
I don't know. I just think that
Well, will your
need
mind be at rest knowing where the source of the vibration is?
if it's just the drive shaft, I guess I can just know, like, forget about it. Leave this hooked up in the front.
Yep.
Good idea. Let's see if this spring fits and so this is the one you took out and it wobbled, so it needs to be labeled that it wobbled on this end. Or wait a minute, no, this is the one that we had.
That's the
There.
one come out that you have.
Yep.
Possible
That's
loose.
not my writing. That is somebody else's.
I told you, it's mine.
Okay.
Huh?
Alright, so yeah. A little more.
Can you?
But
The trouble is,
this end is like, these weren't the yokes that I had, it was just the shaft. So they're trying to put a shaft in it. But this end just seems like 7 or so. I don't know where you put it, but
So this is, we just had a conversation actually this week about some of this stuff, and this is meant to be 8,000s, so it's straight into 8,000s.
yep.
These aren't actually machined to be straight. So I don't know how much of a factor that plays into that.
Well, if you can do this and get, like, I can get it down to 1,
Yeah,
but I can pull it out. So the problem is this is how it rides in the car.
right.
Rear's all the way in, front's about that far out. That's how it's riding in the car.
Sure.
You do that and it wobbles because the spines don't have enough engagement
Yeah,
when it's like that in the front.
right.
So you little, like, we jacked the car up, I got a huge vibration. I had no vibration in wormholes. I go on time trials and it feels like I'm going to lose the right rear tire or something like that. Like, it's major vibration. And we pulled the gears out, took the wheels off, made sure the lug nuts were tight.
Chances are the shaft didn't bend. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, where I've got play is when this shaft is out here. This shaft will float
Yeah.
in and out of these two. And when my front yoke is unshrouded, I get this. And you can watch it when spinning it by hand, that thing was spinning in the lips.
Gotcha.
But I wondered, we put a spring in here just now. Try it, hold it forward. It doesn't have a lot of tension on it, but it's something.
Yeah.
That
as long as you don't
new-
bottom it out, I guess.
It doesn't even bottom out. It still goes all the way in. You getting your jacket signed?
Yes.
All right.
Sign.
Cool.
Watch the YouTube videos.
Thanks for watching.
Qualifying.
Max back to Gary's, so hopefully no one's following too closely behind us.
I normally would do well, just free the car up, run the cushion wide open and whatnot, but it wasn't cleaned off yet.
Yeah.
I drew the worst of both situations, I think, because you wanted to go out early in the second one and go out late in the first one.
Yeah. Yeah. It's always the draw, whether even when you're time trialing.
I don't know. It's definitely a better situation than complete draw, but I didn't draw on the right side of it, I don't think, today.
I'll be damned. They made it. Oh, crash. We hit the back end. Man, that red clay is something else. Let me tell you what.
Today was a long day for 6 laps.
There you go.
We were up early and working on the backup car, just in case something happened to our other one. We needed to make sure we had something ready for each session, and lucky we didn't need it. Hot laps, car was okay, and the first session we drew low number, so we went out really early, and late models went out before us, blew a bunch of dust across the track, and being out early didn't help. We were kind of a lot of marbles, and kind of cleaned off as the guys went out later in the group. I think, you know, it would have been an advantage to go out a little bit later in that one. But I think our car was okay. And then the second one, track was real black. We went out late, and I was a little bit tight on entry, loose on exit kind of thing. But not bad. You know, we're not quite fast enough, but doing okay. I think we're going to be 5th and 6th in our heat races, so hopefully we can move up. Appreciate you guys all watching. Thanks for all your support.
Let's show them how to subscribe.
All right.
Let's do it. So make sure, basically, go to search. I mean, obviously you're hanging out here with us, so head to our channel, scroll down right there, and then right there, easy as that. And if you don't have an account, you can easily create an account, a Google account. They are free. Get your Google account, become a subscriber. That's it. I think that's it, right? I mean, it's pretty freaking simple. You just need a Gmail. Just create a Gmail. Have fun with it. And subscribe. Because there are so many of you who watch this that are not subscribers. I mean, it's like probably about 70 to 80% of you guys are not subscribed. That is wild.
Yeah. So it would do us a lot. Solid. If you could.
Yes.
Sign in.
And subscribe.
So, but thank you all.
Yes.
For watching, and we'll go after it again tomorrow.
Like, subscribe, share this, and head over to patreon.com/dirttrackuntold and become a part of Club DTU, and we will see you guys for day two, technically, right, of racing?
Yep.
Okay, day 2. See you guys.